Hi guys. Yep, I'm back. I just want to raise a question. We'll throw a question at you. Can you remember back to say September, October, November last year? And if you can, trigger points would be, well, especially living here in Victoria or Melbourne, the AFL Grand Final in September, the Spring Racing Carnival, um, Christmas, of course, which was December. To what your mind is thinking these days, such a major thing has happened in such a short period of time. It's amazing how our whole consciousness may have changed. Um, I think it started to hit home with me personally with the cancellation of the Grand Prix. Not that I'm into motor car racing or F1 racing. Great friend of mine, or one of my best friends, um, he's an enthusiast, and that's what made me think of that. When that was cancelled, I thought, this is serious. What's going on here? Then I thought, right, we can get stuck or fixated in it, which we had no choice but to be stuck or fixated in it. But what happens with our thinking? What happens with our thought processing? What happens with our lives as a consequence of where we are within that fixation? And I'm human like the rest of you, and my partner Marie, we're all human. We are all being affected by this in one way or another. However, it doesn't have to remain negative. We're crawling out of this hole, this seepage, this wormhole that we're being thrown into for whatever reason. And there are many theories out there. I don't want to delve into that in this conversation. The reason for the call or this video is to let's look at peripheral vision. Let's get out of it. Let's see what we can get out of it, how we can change. Now, speaking with people today, yes, there is some positivity coming from it. Listening to some media, not all of it, unfortunately, but some media, there's positivity coming that way. In that, yes, people may be getting closer. We might be recognising what is important in life, which is fine. That's all fine, and I agree. I'm not doubting that whatsoever. If you know me, you know that. My point I'm making is let's look at another way. How do we get out of our own personal fixation? How do we get out of being involved in the negativity that's being thrown at us almost 24/7? How do we change our thought processes that are attached to this negative fixation? We must bear in mind that they need to sell news, they need to sell newspapers, they need to have Facebook postings, they need to have Instagram, Snapchat, you know, WhatsApp. We need all that to be fed at the moment, and unfortunately or unfortunately, that's our major connection with each other. So we're about to move out of this. Now what? Put your provisional vision on. Get outside the box. What can change in your world that will make it better from last September or October, November, or even December? What has changed that has forced you to look at life differently? I suggest that you really do take, as an individual, you take time out to reflect on what has come from this on the positive, even though it's been very negative. It's been heartbreaking for most and even devastating for some. Um, but in saying that, I sincerely say, hand on heart, we can do this. We are getting through this, and we have just about broken its back. Yes, we've got our own opinions, we've got our own rules, our own regulations, which are from our old fixation thinking. I was talking to someone today online in one of the sessions that I do now. That solution thinking isn't the answer. That's looking for an answer when it's not viable. Solution thinking only is wishing, hoping, planning, and dreaming. Forget the solution thinking. Put action in place. Make it happen for you. Have a list of what you really want in your life from now on. Stand next to somebody who has got hours to live on their deathbed. They will tell you what's important in life. I'm not saying go and do it, but it's a metaphor. Understand we have been shocked into reality, absolutely shocked into reality. And whatever your belief system is, maybe we needed to be, maybe we didn't. My point in this video is not to be negative, but I'm saying change the fixation. Have a look at what you have gained from this. Have a look at the new connections you've made. Have a look at what you need to make. That's a positive. If you're not in touch what's real for you, that's not real for anybody else, and it's also something you need to look at. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to sign off until the next session. But please give some thought to that for yourself and give me some feedback. I mean, if you're not interested, let me know. I'm a big boy. I can take it on my shoulders. If you are, let me know and I can expand on what I'm doing. Until then, thanks very much for tuning in and being with us. And I'm looking for the stop button, and I think that's it. No, that's not